take a statement from you when you're ready.
Yeah, pretty typical Illinois Northwestern battle. I thought, tip my hat to Chris and his group and CeeLo for the job they do defensively. It's never easy playing against them. They're very physical. I thought they won the first 13, 14 minutes of the game. They had us running offense at half court. Our runways were too long. Really our offensive rebounding was what kept us in it in the first half, which was nice to see. I think we got 43% of our misses back. But then I thought we settled in. Tough day. We've been without Merkovich for a couple of days. Both ends flew. The start of the game was him getting an IV and not ready to go. That can throw you off a little bit. And then pregame, some back spasms for Keaton, and so we kind of monitored his minutes. I thought he was a little tentative in the first half, but obviously we got him loose in the second half. But I thought we did a solid job on Nick. He had a quiet 20, in my opinion. He's so efficient that it's really hard to hold him down. But great win for us. Anytime we went on the road and you beat a Chris Collins team, you should feel happy when you walk out of the gym with a win.
Brad, Thomas will have obviously huge buckets down the stretch. Just run the offense a little bit more through him without David. Just what did you see from him?
It wasn't that, because David was on the floor. It was the matchup. I don't think it's any secret we were trying to put their big kid in some ball screen action, and then it was, there's no coincidence that it was just matchup hunting. It was just, Keaton or Tommy, and Tommy got up 10 threes. Tommy's been phenomenal. Thousands and thousands of threes here in the last week in the gym, getting his shots up. Got great looks in the first half. He was 1 of 5. It was a quiet half for him. Just keep shooting them. And, I thought that, it was kind of one of those two. And we were in our 3 low stuff, and it worked for us tonight.
Speak to Kylin and just that performance he had tonight. You obviously talked about Martinelli's 20 being kind of like quiet, but just can you speak to Kylin?
Yeah, all caps, problem solver, mine, and he solves problems. We put him on Cooper Flag last year, and he did a really good job. But to have a player that strong, that athletic, that committed, that dedicated, fighting him, which he did, to a guy who gives up size and probably just as physical as any player in the league. And then when the little guard got going, when Reed got going, we switch him on Reed. And it's just nice to have a guy that versatile. He solves a lot of problems for us. And then you look down, and he's playing 37 minutes because of back issue with Keaton. He's playing, he's driving the ball to the basket. He's getting fouled. He's, assisting. I tip my hat to him, because he's playing at an extremely high level and doing it on both ends.
What can 4 Big Ten road wins on January 14th mean for this team?
Means we won this one. I hope it's continuing to gain confidence. We'll get on the bus and we'll start worrying about the next one. And I think it's just trying to keep pace, and especially when you've let one go at home. But I'm proud of this team. I'm really pleased with the last 2 at Iowa and here. Just, we had a lot of stuff go wrong. The hook and hold, turns into a big 5-point play. Ost stood up and got teed. then that adds to the and all of a sudden it's just Keaton's like, we're good, and so I don't know the definition of what a hook and hold is anymore. I need to reevaluate what that is and maybe start asking for it on every loose ball or every rebound. I hate the penalty of it. It's wrong, in my opinion, but that'll be for another time. But it was called, and our guys just had the poise and the patience, and the building got loud, and they've got momentum at home, and they've got a great player in Nick, and we've just kind of snuffed it. Some big shots and some great execution.
Brad, it was the lowest possession game of the year for you guys. Is that something the tempo you wanted to play, or was that more something Northwestern was kind of affecting?
I don't worry about it. I'm good with, what did we score? 79? That's pretty good. The only thing I didn't like was the fact we didn't get the foul line enough. I'm good with whatever tempo anybody wants to play. We've proven we can get up and down with anybody. It's the way they play defensively. You've got longer possessions, which we're good with. We think we've got an idea where we want to go with the ball and what pace, and it doesn't matter if we shoot it 7 seconds in or 23 seconds in. It's about quality of shots for us.
What can Keaton take away from this experience, like fighting through the back spasms and then delivering for you guys in the second
I hope
half?
that he's really good. I mean, he is. Nothing phases him. I asked him at halftime. I said, "You all right?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll be good. I'm just a little bothered. He just shrugs it off." And I said, "Can you go?" And he said, "Oh yeah." And I mean, no day. He's just so nonchalant and casual about it. And it's just what that young man does. It's truly what he does. And we've come to not take it for granted, but we've come to expect those kind of performances.
What can a game like this do for Tommy? He not only shot it well, but 3 offensive rebounds, only 1 turnover after kind of an up and down season so far for him.
You guys say he's been up and down. I just say his role's changed a little bit. It's been different. I mean, you guys create more damn narratives that are full of shit, but that's what he does. That's what he does. So I mean, that's why he's been on draft boards. He's a big who can shoot the cover off of it. And, I felt bad for him because he had 16 days of no practice with his tonsils out and strep throat before that. And so no one's ever doubted Tommy. It was just a matter of, again, on this team with this balance, the way teams want to cover us, they gave us that shot. And whether it was Tommy or Z, Tommy got going tonight, and it's his night.
And his toughness, but played 18 of 20 minutes in the second half. Did you think that when you first subbed him in, adrenaline would take over and he'd be okay? Or?
No, I didn't. I mean, he was sick. I mean, I was probably more worried about cleaning up messes on the court. I mean, he hasn't eaten. He hasn't. It's just been a blah 2 days, and he said today, he goes, I'm tough. That's who he is, and he didn't feel very good before the game. He didn't feel very good going through warm-ups, and an IV helped that. And he came back out to the bench. He said, "I'm good to go. Play me."
Last 6 games in the series have split in favor of the home team up until now. What was the importance of breaking that cycle?
My personal well-being. I don't look at any of that stuff, to be very honest, but I do know we've had 2 overtime losses here, but no one has any more respect for Chris Collins than I do. I mean, Northwestern has a hell of a basketball coach, hell of an environment. They play gritty. They're never going to quit. They're never going to lay down, and it's what you would expect when 2 good teams get together, to be very honest with you, that both kind of play and are gritty. And you don't win as much as Chris has done as a young player and then as a college player, and now what he's done in his career. You don't win without having some grit and some backbone, and that's what you're getting when you face his team.
You have Martinelli, you played him a lot, but There's Crop, there's Singleton, there's other players that seem they're young. What was your first impression of this younger Northwestern team?
Yeah, I like them. I mean, I like them. You know, they're good, and you know, I think they're a little different than maybe what they've been when they've just had, you know, 7 foot, 265-pound guy, and they're just, you know, Chris's last few teams have been old, and I mean, you lose Ty Berry and you lose Brooks, and you know, and you go right on down the list the years before. I mean, they've gotten old, and that's very, very hard to stay old. But this team isn't going anywhere. This team's going to be pain in the rear end to deal with for the next few years because they'll get older.
Keaton seems like he's spending a lot more time on ball now than he was earlier in the season, especially when the last time I saw you live against Alabama. What have you learned about him as a player over the last, 6 weeks as he's gone on in his freshman year?
Yeah, it's helped our team to do that and move him on the ball. And that's not a knock on anybody else, but it's great for Kylin to be off of it. It's been great for him to be on it more. His reads, his decision making have been excellent, and so it's helped our group immensely, and we've got tremendous confidence in him when he's on it. We do with Kylin as well, but Kylin's been elite as an off the ball secondary defender. And he's better at it than Keaton was, so Keaton's been really good on the ball, if that makes any sense.
What's made this group able to come on the road and just withstand these runs and the things you mentioned and just close games out the way that they have it?
Kylin, Tommy, veterans, a little older, been through it, poised freshmen. We've got 2 of them in the game a lot. Guys like Jake and didn't play a lot last year, but stepping into a new role. Ben's been really, really great in his role. So it's just been poise and patience and really a tremendous amount of composure. But it starts with Kylin and those veterans.
Okay, thank you, Coach. We'll have Keaton and Tommy out here in the hallway.